Hello viewers, welcome to Edin Insight. I'm Mamata Prabhu. The whole objective of the Edin Insight interview series is to get to know about the labor law systems and the various other impacts that have happened post the COVID and based on the amendments and the relaxations that have been made by the central government and various other state governments. To know more about the labor reformations, relaxations and its impact, today we have with us or we will be conversing with Mr. Vasant Kumar Hittanagi, who joined the Labour Department in the year 1980. He served the Labour Department for about 32 years and retired in the year 2018 as Joint Labour Commissioner, Government of Karnataka. Post his retirement, Mr. Hittanagi has been working in the space of HR and IR issues with our organizations, small and large. Welcome to you, sir. My first question to you would be, there has been many labor law relaxations and amendments made both by the state and the central government during the lockdown and post the lockdown for the benefit of the industries and the employees. To know more on this subject, we would like you to elaborate and let us know the benefits and the amendments that have been done.
Hello, my greetings to you. I am extremely happy to participate in this virtual interview series regarding the impact of COVID-19 on the labor law system and understand the relaxation and amendments made by the central government to handle the crisis and its future impact. Edin Synergy Mysore has organized this interview series. I am really privileged to participate in this interview series. The first question that you have asked me is regarding the slew of measures taken by the various governments regarding the labor reforms that have been unleashed during this COVID-19 lockdown period. The first of all, the Government of India, Department of Provident Fund, passed an order regarding the PM Garib Kalyan Yojana, wherein this order was passed on March 26th, wherein the units employing less than 100 workmen and employees drawing less than 1500 per month, the PF contribution for the employer and the workers, totally 24%, will be borne by the government, and this will be effective from April 2020 to June 2020, and now this period has been further extended up to September 2020. The next measure that the Government of India has introduced is again pertaining to Provident Fund. On 18/5/2020, the Provident Fund organization has issued a notification wherein the current contribution payable by the employer and the employees of 12% per month has been reduced to 10% per month, and this will be effective from May 2020 up to July 2020. For 3 months this scheme has been introduced. Then the ESI, regarding ESI, the filing of return pertaining to February 2020 has been extended up to 15th May 2020. No penalty, no interest or no damage will be levied for this period by the ESI authorities. Now, these are the three major changes that the Government of India has introduced for the benefit of both employees as well as the employers. Now, coming back to the state governments, the Karnataka state government on 22/5/2020 issued a notification wherein the amendment was made to the Factories Act to increase the working hours from 10 to 12. Now it is given to understand that this notification has been challenged by way of a public interest litigation in the Honorable High Court of Karnataka. The Honorable High Court has directed the Department of Labour to submit its say in the matter. Now the other state governments also have introduced number of labour reforms. In the forefront, the state of MP stands. By way of an ordinance issued on 6th May 2020, the Madhya Pradesh government raised the threshold limit from 50 to 100 in respect of Madhya Pradesh Industrial Employment Standing Orders Act. Then the Madhya Pradesh Labour Welfare Fund Act has also been suspended for a period of 6 months. Further, the Madhya Pradesh government has exempted all the factories from the industrial dispute resolutions, strikes, lockouts and trade unions for 33 months. The Contract Labour Regulation Abolition Act also has been suspended for 1000 days. The new factories are exempted from the provisions of the Factories Act for 1000 days. However, the factory license validity has been increased from 1 year to 10 years. Micro and small and medium industries employing less than 50 workmen have been freed from inspection, and those which are employing more than 50 workmen, the inspectorate has to take permission from the Labour Commissioner before conducting the inspection. The Rajasthan government had issued a notification on 11/4/2020 increasing the working hours from 8 to 10 hours. However, this notification was revoked by the government of Rajasthan on 24/5/2020. The Gujarat government has exempted the new units from the applicability of labour laws, except the Minimum Wages, Safety and Employees Compensation Act. The UP government had issued an order suspending all the labour laws applicable to the industrial establishments by a notification dated 8th May 2020. However, due to the public outcry, the pressure from the working class and the trade unions, the UP government withdrew this order notification on 15/5/2020. Similarly, the Himachal Pradesh government, Punjab government, Odisha, Goa, Uttarakhand and Haryana government have issued notifications increasing the working hours from 8 hours to 12 hours. These are the various measures that have been unleashed by the various state governments, giving relaxation from certain provisions of the various labor laws to the employers, and in few cases the central government like Provident Fund and Provident Fund, the benefit also has been given to the employees. Thank you very much.